Today on part 3 of From Move to Full Song, I'm going to show you the drum part that I played and recorded on real acoustic drums into our track. But before we do that, today's patron shoutout goes to Shades7768. Thank you so very much for the support. We already kind of started. Let's get started. Over the course of the week, I was able to get out to my in-laws' place where my acoustic drum set is and actually record a full drum part, which was a lot of fun. As you can see here, I've got a kick track, a snare track, and then a track for my 2 overhead mics. Now, while I've been playing drums for a long time, I was never the one who recorded them. Someone else always did that. So this was really my first time actually, trying to properly set up a recording setup, I guess you could say, and get everything in. So it's not the best recording, but I really do like how it turned out. I've also gone through and added a few more things. I know we said we were going to do ear candy next week, but once I had the drum part down, I got excited and I started adding just a few things. So today I just want to go over what we added and kind of talk about what we can do next. Really quick though, before I hit play, I do want to note that this track is barely mixed at all. Like, I just did enough to barely make it listenable for this video. There's been really no EQ or anything like that applied anywhere. Just some light level adjustment and a little bit of compression. Also barely any effects. And the song still needs a proper beginning and ending. So yeah, with that in mind, here we go. A little behind the scenes, this is the second time I'm actually going to film this run-through section because for some reason OBS didn't record any audio the first time. So I've checked, it's recording now. But yeah, here we go. I'm just going to start the track and then we'll kind of run through each thing that I've added as it pops up. So there's going to be a lot of starting and stopping, but you're going to get explanations of everything that's been added. So the first thing you'll notice, of course, acoustic drums. With that out of the way, here we go. Okay, so that's the first thing you can hear there, is I've added some hits, in addition to the acoustic drums, of course, but these hits are just an instance of augmented mallets from Arturia, which is a free plugin, Augmented Mallets Play anyway. And I actually talked last week about hearing some hits there in the verses, and I simply just added them in using the augmented mallets, and then the second time through I wanted them to be more intense, so in verse 2, well, we'll get to those when we get there. But yeah, the first one's just a simple little octave here. And the second one is a fun little chord. And you can hear that I actually accented those on the drums and the drum part as well. So yes, I preemptive struck that, and then once I got home from my in-laws, I added the rest of the hits in. But yeah, let's continue. Okay, so if you remember, we've got the call and the response sections of our chorus. The call section is mostly the same. And actually, speaking of the chorus, also, sorry for the birds going nuts outside, but speaking of the chorus, I've left the drum part pretty much the same as the one that we programmed. I just played it on my acoustic kit. Yeah, it works just fine. I really like it. But for the response section, I actually change up the drum part so that I'm just kind of playing on the rim of the snare drum. And I drop the hi-hat out and it sounds like this. which is kind of a cool sound, but it sounded a little empty, so I added in this, what I called chorus pluck here, which is just an instance of Mini Freak, a preset I found with some phaser on it, and it sounds like this. And I actually went into this clip right here, and I used the transform tool to get this really interesting rhythmic timing here, which kind of hints at the idea that there might be some triplets later, which there definitely are in a pretty big way. So yeah, that's what we did there. And then if I come down to the bottom, whoops, sorry, my mouse doesn't work. Actually, where did I put it? Oh, right here, claps. Yeah, my scroll wheel on my mouse is dying. But I went in and added some claps to the response section of the choruses as well. And this is just the Jacob Collier Audience Choir VST. There's a couple really cool clap samples in there. So I added those in, and yeah, that is the chorus. So I'll let that play out, and then we'll go to the post-chorus section, then to the verse, the second verse, which I actually recorded new lyrics for. Last time I just kind of duplicated the first verse, those lyrics into the second one, so I could have, you know, kind of a reference, but I made some new ones. So yeah, here we go. We'll go up into the end of the second chorus from here. Okay, I'll add, we're going to stop. I forgot about these hits here. So yeah, these are in the same exact place as those augmented mallets hits were in the first verse, but these are played on a Pigments preset that also has, I believe, yeah, some Transit 2 on it and some filter automation that kind of gives it like an organ scream quality. In fact, I even named the track Screams, but those hits come in the same exact place. You'll notice in the first verse on the drums, I just lightly hit the snare drum and the ride cymbal to accent. And then here I'm just bashing the snare and the one of the crash cymbals. So I think it worked pretty well. You'll also notice that the second one is just the first one, except I right-clicked on it and said reverse clip. So yeah. And I still need to come up with maybe one or two more melodic elements to add to the choruses, as well as something to differentiate the first chorus from the second chorus, since there's no lyrics in them. But that will come at a later time. Anyway, back to the drums. Right at the end of the second chorus, I employed one of my favorite techniques, which is an ascending fill instead of a descending fill. Most times drummers will go down the toms. Here I went up the toms, which I like to use that to signify that there's a change coming. In this case, we're dropping down from G minor down to a passage that is F sharp major and F sharp minor alternating. So yeah, I just, I don't know, I really like going up the tom sometimes like that. And now you're going to hear kind of the real bulk of what I did on the drums. I wanted, or at least I said I wanted, this middle section here to be kind of a drum showcase, and that is certainly what I did. I just kind of played and played and played over and over and over until I came up with something that I liked. And then I rehearsed it until I had it down. And by the end of it, I was very, very sweaty and had some broken drumsticks. I'm super out of practice on acoustic drums, and I definitely want to fix that. But what I came up with, especially here at the end, at the last four measures, here, I'll just play the last four measures for you here. play it again with the click. You can see that I'm playing triplets. Here they are subdivided as 16th note triplets, but it wasn't really working with the actual chord part that was already there, and so I actually changed the chord and the verse part or bass parts in that little 4-bar section to reflect those triplets a little better. So this is what the melodic stuff was changed to. Again with the click. And then right back to it. Be sure to listen for that and how those work, or how that section works with the drums when we get back to it. But yeah, we'll take it from a couple bars before the interlude, and here you go, enjoy. And yeah, from there, it'll probably just fade out with those chorus chords repeating and the drums repeating like that. The drums in the last verse are probably going to get some kind of effect on them, maybe transit or something like that. Or maybe just the levels brought down to those tom fills, because they feel kind of loud considering the energy of the rest of the song has come back down. But yeah, that's pretty much where we left off. And if you look right at the end of the music we have there, we're right at about 3 minutes and 20 seconds. So I'm feeling pretty good about it. Yeah, all that's really left to do is come up with the opening and then, probably implement that fade out and then add in those extra melodic elements in the chorus that we talked about. But from there, it's really just, EQ and effects and mixing, and then just hoping that everything comes together and works well. I'm still very new to this process of working with live drums, but this has my hopes up. This has me feeling like I'm on the right path. And I hope it's showing just how inspirational the Move is for me. This whole song just started with a couple patterns here on the Move, and then I was able to take it from here. So being able to start on physical hardware that I can just take anywhere with me really does help me out. And yeah, I absolutely love this thing. I love this workflow. And hopefully you enjoyed this video. If you did, be sure to leave a like on it. If not, you can always leave a dislike. That's okay too, doesn't hurt my feelings, just makes me try that much harder next time. Either way, be sure to hit that subscribe button, ring that notification bell. Thank you all so very much for being here. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time. Bye.